So, our next journey begins. We are going to the Bundesliga and we are taking over Wolfsburg. Thank you so much to everyone who voted. I'm really excited about this career mode. I love playing in Germany. They have some of my other favourite teams. I love watching the Bundesliga, probably my second league after the Premier League. And of course, Wolfsburg, fantastic club. They've got a lot of great young players and a lot of experienced players that I'm going to be using, and also some room for improvement. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this series. Now, unfortunately, I recorded the first episode and I screen recorded it like I usually do, but I was zoomed in because that's normally how I record the football reviews. I zoom in on Google Chrome so you can see the stats and the tweets, and I forgot to zoom back out. So I'm really sorry, guys. I'm doing the best I can with this recording of episode 1, but unfortunately, some of it is just zoomed in. Basically, the sides are cropped out a little bit. So hopefully, it's still watchable. I can't really just delete it and start again because I've made signings. I've made some big decisions. So hopefully, you guys aren't too mad at me. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best to make it as watchable as possible. It might be slightly shorter than usual because I'm going to have to cut quite a lot of it, but yeah, enjoy the first episode regardless, and from tomorrow, it's absolutely fine. The plan for this career mode is just to see what happens. We're going to see how far we can push this Wolfsburg side in 2, 3, 4 seasons. Maybe we can win the Bundesliga and the Champions League. After this, we'll be going to Spain, and then I think we'll come back to the UK and do a road to glory. So, let's have a look at the team, shall we? It's a really decent side with a couple of positions that I can definitely improve. And most importantly, guys, we are switching things up. We're going 3 at the back, at least at the start. I think it really suits this team, especially with a certain player, Baku. As you know, I signed him in the Arsenal career mode. He is so good down that right side. He can play as a right mid, right back. He could probably even play as a right wing. So I think, 3 at the back could really work nicely here. You'll recognise a certain Mnecha up top. This guy was an absolute beast back in the day, and I think he is very close to realising that potential that we saw. He's, 23? Yeah, 23 years old, 78 rated now, so we're going to try and push him as far as we can. We'll get him into those 80s. We've got a really good squad, though, guys. You can have a look throughout the substitutes and reserves with me now. There is a lot of room for improvement. I'm not going to lie. There is a lot of players that we will potentially upgrade on at some point. But to be fair, I would quite happily start the season without any changes. But, of course, that's not going to happen. The window is open and we will be looking. So where am I going to be improving? So I think with the fact that we're going to 3 at the back, we will need another centre-back. You'll notice we've got 3 centre-backs in the side at the moment with Lacroix, Bornau, is that how you say it? Bornau, and then Van der Ven. And we have no centre-backs on the bench. And no centre-backs on the reserves except from a very young player, Lange. I'm guessing that's, it's German, it might not be Lange. I don't know, actually. I'm going to have to try and learn some of these names, but we need a centre-back, maybe even 2 centre-backs, or maybe a player that can play on the side and in the middle, so a left-back, centre-back, Versatility might be key here, especially with the need for so many different centre-backs. We also need a right-sided winger that can cut in on that left foot. So at the moment, we've got superstar wingers. We love to see Bricalo. Is that how you say his one? Bricalo from Croatia. And of course, Wimmer. This guy is going to be a monster of a player. So good. But I'm missing a left footer. I don't have a forward player that can play in this position as backup that's left-footed. You guys know I love to have someone that can cut in. So I think centre-back, right wing, and then we take it from there. Also, I should mention I'm using a few mods. We are using the realism mod, so that changes player values and it makes certain changes to their growth, and basically it improves the game massively. Also, we do have a pre-season tournament. We've got Sassuolo, Newcastle and Leeds. That's not going to be an easy one to win, but of course it would be extra money. Should we have a look at the players that I've got shortlisted, or should we talk about players that I might be looking to sell? I think that's probably the best thing to do at first. So let's go into the squad hub. We've got some players out on loan that I'm interested in using at some point as well. So we've got 4 goalkeepers. I will be selling Klinger and Schulz. They will both be leaving. I just don't think they're going to be quite good enough. We've got 2 very good left-backs. Happy with Paulo Otavio and Roussillon. Lacroix, Bornau, and Van der Ven, very decent. We do have Siersleben. Siersleben, probably not going to quite make it. Pongracic as well, maybe. Could be a handy player from next season onwards when he returns from his loan. But centre-back is a key area. 2 right-sided players that are versatile, so Baku and Fischer. Quite happy with that. Arnold, of course, captain, leader, legend of Wolfsburg. We've got Franjic, we've got Gilavogi. I'm a big fan of Gilavogi over the years. We will still get a good use out of him. Kaminsky, Paredes. You'll notice a few of these players have custom faces as well, by the way, which is always good. We've got Kayo, young American player. So this is one of the players that's out on loan that I kind of wish wasn't. We've got Vranks here, and I actually think he could be a really good player for us. So we'll leave him out on loan for now, but if he doesn't get game time, I'm recalling him. We've got Gerhardt as well, Svanberg, the Swedish midfielder, Mnetcher's little brother. This is Felix. He is a left-sided player. We could probably use him on that left wing as backup. And then, of course, we've got Wimmer. Philip is someone I'm probably going to sell. We've got quite a few forward players here. We've got Waldschmidt, Kroos. This is a tricky one because he's been around for so long, but he has just been released, mutually released by Wolfsburg in real life. So we will be looking to sell him. And then we've got Bricalo, Pecinovic. Oh, some of these names are tricky. We've got the Egyptian Omar Mamouche. I've got a face for him and definitely will be using him. Good option. And then we've got Jonas Wind. He's going to be a very good player for us. But the main striker, of course, is Mnetcher. And then we've got Biotek out. Is that Biotek? Bialek? I don't know. He's out on loan as well. But some really good players. But of course, a lot of those players that are kind of on the fringe of the team will probably be moved on in the first season or the second season. But I already have a couple of players that I'm looking at, guys, in my transfer hub here. Right wingers that are left-footed up first. We've got David Neres. Of course, he was at Ajax, and now he's at Benfica. We could potentially look at bringing him in. Nico Gonzalez, big fan of his over the years in FIFA. Very, very good option. Can play on the left side as well. This guy was, I think, very decent in the World Cup for Ecuador. It's a shame they've been knocked out, but everyone was watching Casado from Brighton. I was watching Plata. This guy, I reckon he could be very good for us. So he is added to the list. We've got Skov Olsen, a different option, bit of a taller player, 6'2", out on that wing, could be very good. Cherky as well, only because he's got six months? No, it'll be 12 months. 12 months left on his contract, so he could be a relatively cheap option. And then centre-backs, we've got João Victor. We've got Kusunu from one of our rivals, Leverkusen. We've got Bella Kotchap. I think he could be incredible because I'm looking for a central defender that goes in the middle of Lacroix and Van der Ven. I think someone in the middle. And then we've got Malik Tior. This guy I used in the Schalke career mode. He was incredible. He's now at AC Milan. And again, maybe if he's not being used, we could look at signing him. So those are the options. We're scouting all of them. Now let's take a look at the objectives. It doesn't look too bad, to be fair. We've got 3 medium priorities and 2 low priorities. So nothing is critical. There is nothing I absolutely have to do here. But the youth development is one of the medium priorities. Sign 1 player in my youth academy, a defender. So we could potentially look at doing that. And then sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with a potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. I swear they could reword that. They really could. Brand exposure, get a streak of 3 wins in away matches. So just 3 away wins in a row. Shouldn't be a problem, right? Continental success, nothing, because of course we are not playing in continental cups. Domestic success, reach the round of 16 in the DFB Pokal and qualify for a European competition. So we're looking at least top 5, maybe top 6. I think top 6 would be enough, wouldn't it, for the Conference League, but no one wants that. And then financial, make 3 million profit from youth player sales. So honestly, this might go down as one of the easiest set of objectives we've had in a while. And that's a nice thing because I swear the objectives have been horrendous for me over the last few FIFAs. They really can be very, very tricky. Now, of course, with every new career mode, training. I have to do the training, try and get A's and B's in every single drill. I won't bore you with it, but that's what I'm going to be doing throughout the next few episodes, just in between, just getting training done. And as I said, try and get an A or a B. I don't care if it's, a B, that's fine. And then every time you simulate, you get the same result. Doesn't that make sense? Because that's how athletes work. They perform the same way every time. So, yeah, just don't worry about training. It is happening. I'm just not showing it all. We've just had our first transfer offer, and it's for the young Egyptian player I mentioned, Marmouche. He is going absolutely nowhere. We'll go ahead and reject that. To be fair, I should block that. He's not going anywhere. I actually think he could be a very good player for us. I kind of wish he was left-footed because I could use him as the right-sided attacking player, but yeah, unfortunately he's not. We've got some player chats here to go through. Oh, Cruz, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. But he can't say he's unhappy about it. We should get at least a few offers for him, I would expect. A few other players that I've shortlisted. But let's say hi to Arnold here. The future's exciting. I did well with Arsenal. I'm going to do well with Wolfsburg. You better believe it. Right, so we got 3 A's in the last training. Let's see if we can do that again. Do you know what? I really hope that EA changed the training. I think it's fun doing the training every now and again. Oh my God, you just got nutmegged. But the system being, I'll just do it once and get an A and then you're fine, just simulate it. It kind of just feels dumb. I feel like you should get a bare minimum. Your players will train well, but they'll do even better if you do it. It gives you a reason to actually do it and make them harder because like this, for example, I'm just running around. Oh, okay. I made it look hard, didn't I? It's so easy. Normally, I'm just clearly rubbish, but you just like dribble around a little bit and run to a cone. And it's just not very, I don't know. Maybe they could make it more like similar to FM where you're not actually doing the training, but maybe you can watch the training and you can tell the players what to do and organize the training. You could be the manager of the training because the manager doesn't do the training unless he's pro like Arteta and still an actual player. I think they could do a lot with training because it's such a big part of football, yet in FIFA it's just a chore. We have a transfer offer for one of the goalkeepers. I think I'm just going to accept any offer that comes in for the fringe players. I actually haven't shown you guys how much money I've got. Let's go ahead and take a look at that because we need quite a lot of money to sign some very good players. At the moment, it's not a huge amount. We've got 38 million. I mean, it's a lot of money, but for some of the players I'm looking at, a couple of those wingers will be around 30, 40 million. So we definitely do need to make some player sales. And by the way, just how good is the manager looking? I mean, it's me, but it's not really. But look how classy he looks. I even went with the green suit. They didn't have a greener one to match the Wolfsburg colours, but I think it was olive. It'll do. This training drill gives me major anxiety. Look how far away I am. And then you realise, oh, they're going to stop. Look at this, though. Look how slow it is at the start. Come on. Get going. And then, oh, I've made it. And then just, oh, I missed that one. But then you just stand there and, yeah. Well, that's another 3 A's, I believe. Or did I get a B this time? No, I did get 3 A's. We are flying through these. Some more transfer offers coming through. Felix Lange is one of them. A centre-back, 59 rated. I mean, if I sell him, I'm down to 3 centre-backs. I will need 2 more. Literally 2 more. So, unless I can convert one of my DMs to a centre-back, maybe. I know Gilavogi could play as a centre-back, potentially. But I'm going to accept it because he's not good enough, unfortunately. I'm sure he's a great player, but in terms of doing 2, 3, 4 seasons on career mode, he's not going to be right up there, is he? And now Dortmund, another one of our rivals, will be pushing for the league title with them over the next few seasons. There's no way we're going to make them stronger by selling them one of our best players. So that is a block. No chance. But we do have some scout reports done. So should we take a look at some of these wingers? And I think a couple of centre-backs. Oh my God, I just saw his release clause. Let's go into the transfer hub. It's a little bit easier to see. Yeah, I just saw Plata's release clause. Oof, that's a lot. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more information on all of these players, but we don't have all of the stats yet. So it seems like Plata we could get for about 28. That's not too bad, It's not too bad at all. For a 77 rated player, 21 years old. Skov Olsen, we're looking at 13 million. Okay, well, it's probably going to be more, but it's at least a chance that they're saying. And don't forget, I'm using the realism mod, so it does play with finances a little bit. João Victor, we're looking at around 15 million maybe or so for a centre-back. Do you know what? It's nowhere near as bad as I thought it might be. And I do like Malik Tior because he's got the 5-star weak foot. Imagine you're in the middle of 2 defenders. You can go left foot, right foot, it doesn't matter, which is something I'm quite interested in. That's why I've got Bella Kotchap as well. Do you know, honestly, I could buy 2 centre-backs. I really could. We'll leave it for now. I haven't decided on a winger. I want to wait and see about Cherki, and Nerez could be a very good choice for us. But for now, we will wait. We will continue doing the training, and we should have some preseason games coming up. I think that's the other scout reports all finished, maybe. I don't need to delete them all and waste your time. Let's go ahead and take a look. Hopefully, all of them are done. Let's have a look. Looks like it. Amazing. Okay, so it's time to make some decisions and rule out players, depending on how much they are. Okay, so Nerez, 25 million. Gonzalez is going to be 31 million. I think instantly I'm going to take Gonzalez out. I don't like the fact he's injury prone. It's a little bit of a worry for me. So I think, yeah, he's out. Okay. Cherki would be on that right side for me, by the way. 73 rated. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills, though. Ooh. And we're looking at 16 million for him. Okay. I'm going to take out Skov Olsen. And I'm going to leave those 3. Now let's rule out a defender. So João Victor could be a good option. I think I would rather Kusunu than him. So straight away, I'm going to knock out João Victor. And that leaves us with Kusunu, Bella Kotchap, and Tior. What do I do? I think we start with right winger. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I wanted Plata. I think he's going to be my preferred choice here. Something completely different. I haven't used him before, and I reckon he would be absolutely lethal. He's so quick. And I don't think he necessarily starts. And I like the fact that he's 77 rated, so he's not low rated like Cherki. Well, not low rated, but on the lower end of this scale we're looking at. But he's not also an instant starter. So do you know what? I think I'm going to go with Plata. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get a good deal here. Is it Valladolid? I don't know who he's playing for at the moment. That badge is throwing me a little bit. So I'm going to try and offer just under his market value. I'm going to go in with a solid 27.5 million. Something like that. Let's see if that's of interest. Okay, so they want 32.5 million. Those, you'd have a chance if you offered this. I think they're way off. It doesn't look like that's going to be anywhere near what it said. We're going to remove the sell-on clause because I feel like it's cheating in a way. I'm never going to sell him, am I? Let's bring this down to... Let's go with his value, 31 million. Would they be willing to do that without the sell-on clause? There you go. So the value is quite literally what we're going with here. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a contract straight away. We will leave the centre-back for another few days. We need to sell a couple of players, but I think I've done this the wrong way around. I probably should have gone with centre-backs first, if I'm honest, but it's fine. So he wants an important role. Yeah, I think, you know, he will still be making an impact off the bench a lot at the start. He's probably going to make it into the first team pretty quickly because, you know, I love to have an inside forward on that right and left side. We do not need a release clause. And the wage, he's on 33k. We've got 139, so we can easily spend towards 50, I would say. We'll give it a go. Hopefully he doesn't storm out. But surely he won't want double. Okay, I got scared there. I thought he refused it. We've got it. Plata is our first signing, guys, in the Wolfsburg career mode. An attacking winger. He will be fantastic for us. And there's Arnold. Didn't even make an effort. He's still in his gym stuff. And there we are on the running machine. That looks weirdly similar to the Arsenal one. Weird, except from it's green and not red. Welcome to the club. What rating are we going to get here then? It was his value, remember. So it's not going to be an A. I'm guessing it's a C. Oh, okay. It was almost an A. It's a great price. They fixed this, by the way, apparently. Wait, he's 78 rated now. Is he? He's a good squad player. I thought he was 78. I'm confused. No, he was 77. It says he's 79. What? It said 78 just a second ago, and now it's 79. What? Okay. Well, we could have saved 4.4 million. Apparently, the asking price was 26.6. Okay, so I can definitely go in a little bit lighter next time. I'm going to leave Cherky on there. I think he could still be of use, but we're not going to go with Norez. Okay, so first signing in. Let's see what this looks like. So I think I want to start Wimmer and Brecalo at the start. Brecalo? I need to learn how to say his name. It is German, right? No, he's Croatian. Of course he is. So we need to... Yeah, okay. We'll figure that out. And let's put Plata on the bench instead of... Ooh, that's a tricky one. I think we do this. We've already got so many midfielders there. Just need a centre-back to come in. We really do. But I'm really happy with that signing. The young Ecuadorian, he will come on in this position here. He will tear defences apart with that pace. So I've given him the number 11 shirt that was available, and I've just converted him to a right wing with training. So hopefully in the next 2-3 weeks, we'll convert him, and maybe he will go up in rating. By the way, he is still 77, so the 78 and then the 79 you saw is just a bug. The feature they just fixed. But unfortunately, guys, that leaves us with just 5 million. So we do need to sell a couple of players before we can make another signing. So we will do that. Now we've got through the gap, switch and defend, and long shot practice. Ooh, exciting. See, these ones are fun. I like these training drills, the ones where you shoot. But I hit the post with my first one and it said, good start. How is that a good start, hitting the post with your first shot? And in the last drill, it was one where I had to run down the wing and then cross it in. I had 4 attempts. I failed 2 of them. So half of those crosses, I didn't score, and I still got an A. 50% success rate. I got an A. Broken. I said I wouldn't moan anymore, okay, but it's very difficult to when they're so bad. We have a sale officially. Felix Longe, whatever. He is gone, and we got an A. This is an excellent deal. Okay. So we got 570 when his value was 600, and then it's bugged. It says CM versus best deal upper. Fantastic, EA! I love it. This Brecalo guy is actually insane. He's so good. Oh, in off the post as well. I've absolutely smashed this champions attacking scenario, whatever it's called. Oh my god. And Wind as well, or Vind. Unbelievable player. This Mnecha guy, the younger brother, isn't so good though. He's obviously a bit lower rated than his older brother, but yeah, I'm really impressed with some of the players. Really... Really impressed with some of these players. Well, the good news is I'm starting to simulate training. Look at that. Another 3As already done for me. That is always a nice feeling when you feel like you've almost done all of the training drills. We have got another sale going on at the moment. One of my goalkeepers could be leaving, and I'm hoping it will go through soon. And we might have enough money then to sign a centre-back. But Plata is already doing well in training. His fitness levels are already in the 90s. His sharpness is flying up. We need to get him involved in the pre-season tournament, which should be soon, right? Let's see. Yeah, just a couple of days. So we will finish the pre-season tournament in this episode, and then in the next one we'll play our first game and hopefully make a signing, a centre-back signing. We also had an offer come in for Ruslan, which of course we've just said no to. So we're playing in the Uren Cup, the international football tournament, Uren Cup. I have no idea. I don't really speak German, if you didn't know. Is that even a German thing? It sounds it to me a little bit, the Uren. I've got... I mean, everyone's fit. I don't know if I should be using the full first team or should I swap it up a little bit? I need to convert Otavio to be a left mid, I think. Otherwise, he's going to have a constant minus on his stats. We do have Kaminsky we could put there until we get that back to normal. Get his rating up. Nah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We're going to use this team. We're going to go ahead and do a quick sim here. Hopefully we win the tournament. It's a little bit of extra money. We've lost our first game, so not off to a good start at all, but that's fine. We can win the next 2 games. and hopefully it'll be enough. We should get some money then, because we're not looking too good financially at the moment. We've had another offer come in for Klinger. It looks like he's going to be clinging on here. Difficult to sell. Stop it. Talks have broken down, so he's clinging on, guys. He doesn't want to leave this beautiful club. All right, Newcastle up next. Don't forget to use substitutes. Thank you very much for the reminder. An offer coming in for Philip, though. That is good. He's got a release clause of 10.3 million. I wish someone would just pay that. But we have been offered 5.1 million from Wolfsburg, so maybe we just take that. It's quite a good offer, actually. I don't think he's worth more than 5, really, let's be honest. So I'm actually going to accept that. Great player back in the day. I know when he played at Dortmund, he did relatively well. So for this one, we will swap it up a little bit. We will take Otavio out and put in Kaminsky. Let's put in Gilavogi, and Franjic can play as a centre-back as well. So it's a little bit of a change there. And let's go ahead and quick sim this one. It's definitely a loss. It's Newcastle. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any money for this. Not any big money. We'll get a little bit for participating. It's just a little participation trophy. It is Leeds up next. Oh, we've had a player sale. I think Klinger has gone. Let's see. No, it's Philip Schultz. 540,000 euros. I think he's leaving for a Polish team. And it's another A. Get in there. It's another one, guys. Another sale has gone through. Philip is already out the door. I'm sorry, my friend. It's another A. Look at this. Guys, we are so good at selling players. We really are. Oh, look at that. We missed out on almost an entire £1 million and still got an A. Fantastic. Okay. Right, into the last game of this pre-season tournament. Again, just a quick sim. Hopefully we avoid injuries. We won. Okay. Fair play. But too little too late. Of course, we are out. You need to win 2 games, really. But we should get some money for it, even if it is just a little bit. There it is. Wait, what? We didn't get anything. I thought you get some money. Oh, okay. Well, another offer coming in for a young player that isn't really going to make it. So we'll go ahead and accept that. But Philip is gone. So that's 3.9 million. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. It's a decent amount of money. So now we're up to 12. We might be able to afford a centre-back. 13.2, 9.7 for Bella Kotchap, 7.8 for Tior. Ooh, that is a tricky one, and I think we're going to leave it until the next episode to decide. So thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first episode. I'm sorry there wasn't actual gameplay, but of course in the next one we'll start the season. We'll make a centre-back signing, and the journey really begins.